Good evening and welcome to the Action News 5 Digital Desk Nightside. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ron Childers alongside my sidekick Lydian Coombs, who is our digital desk and all things digital guru. And that comes into like our Facebook and website and this. She knows how to work all of this. It's amazing. Hey, it's good to see you tonight.
It's good to see you, Ron.
Yeah, first alert weather day today. Let me pull this up because I want to kick things off. Just moments ago, the National Weather Service expanded a tornado watch that was already in place. So today, again, first alert weather day for the entire Action News 5 coverage area. Just moments ago, tornado watch just issued for all, let me turn the other way, of eastern Arkansas, all of West Tennessee. This is going to go until 3 a.m. Now, it also includes a handful of counties in northern Mississippi, a couple of counties, DeSoto and Tunica counties. So all those counties under a watch, meaning conditions are favorable for tornadic development. And Lydian, before we go any farther, well, let me show one more slide first, all right? Let me show you this. So this is today's setup. A moderate risk was issued this morning by the Storm Prediction Center for southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, western Kentucky, middle Tennessee, and I got to tell you, today we've seen monster storms in those areas, but there have been storms for the last 48 plus hours back to the west, right around the Great Lakes region, and now all that converging on the Mid-South. And before we go any further, Lydian, you found some amazing video that I'd really like to showcase now, just to kind of give folks an idea of what these storms have had a history of producing.
Yes, let's start in Michigan. We have this video of a tornado today that leveled these trees that you can see here.
This is a ring camera, it looks like?
It looks like it. And this, I pulled this video from TMX, and this is in Portage, Michigan.
There was a FedEx distribution facility that was heavily damaged here. Look at this, splash one. Now watch. Tornado was reported there, and we have the visual confirmation. Splash two, splash three. That's a tornado coming through that area, and you can see it. The damage that it did, absolutely amazing. But the lightning has been absolutely incredible as well. And you found some amazing satellite video.
Yes, and this is actually over the Mid-South and a little bit of the Midwest. This is from CIRA imagery, so satellite imagery, showing all the light show.
And that is southern Illinois. You can see southern Illinois there. The state lines are outlined there. At the bottom of your screen, the Missouri boot heel. Bottom, close to the center, Tennessee state line is in there too. The Tennessee-Kentucky line. You can see those storms firing up. We had numerous tornadoes today in Kentucky, in Middle Tennessee, Nashville area. Saw confirmed tornadoes on the ground today. It's going to be interesting to see what the National Weather Service survey teams come up with as they go out and scout these sites tomorrow. But there were some monster tornadoes in that area. And not just tornadoes, we're talking large hail as well. Check this video out. In our direction, and I really think we could see some images like that here in the Mid-South. The thing that has me most concerned with what's coming through our area is the fact that this is going to be moving through late tonight. And as a matter of fact, it's going to come into the Action News 5 coverage area while most people are sleeping. It's been tranquil. It's been warm, muggy, windy today. but we've seen little of anything in the way of thunderstorms. We did see one early this morning that impacted Lee and Phillips counties, brought some pretty big hail to those areas, and as a matter of fact, even tornadoed when it was moving through central Arkansas near Little Rock, coming out of Hot Springs. That thing held together all the way across and into the Mid-South and finally fell apart as it reached the Mississippi River. But that just gives you an idea of the instability that's in the environment right now. And given the fact that we've not seen much of anything in the way of storms or even rain here in the Action News 5 coverage area today, that's an indication that all that energy still remains for the storms that will be moving in later on tonight. So good job with that, Lydia, and finding that video. Absolutely amazing. Let's hope we don't see any images like that tonight.
Yes.
But let's get to it and let's show you what we're talking about. All right, so we do have an enhanced risk. This is a level 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. And now I see that moderate risk has been extended even farther south, now into northern Alabama, and it clips Dyer County, Crockett County, northern Lauderdale County, northern Haywood County, and Jackson. You are now in that moderate risk. That's a level 4 on the 5 scale. So 5 being the greatest threat, this comes in at a 4. So that was just updated along with that tornado watch. So here's what we're expecting. From around 8 o'clock tonight until around 4 a.m., that's going to be impacting the Action News 5 coverage area. Locally heavy rain, there is a high risk of that. Damaging wind gusts of 60 plus miles per hour, a high risk of that. And large hail. We backed it down a little bit, but I still think the hail threat is significant. The tornado threat remains low, but there is the potential and possibility we see some tornadoes developing, especially around parts of northwest Tennessee, where we will likely see a few individual cells develop before this thing becomes more linear. That will then likely allow the potential for maybe a few quick spin-ups as it moves farther south. But nonetheless, we are under a threat for tornadoes tonight, thus the enhanced risk area. So let's talk about severe weather preps. I want you to download the First Alert Weather app, put it on your smartphone or tablet. Go to your app store, you're going to find it there. It's free. If you have a weather radio, make sure it is on. Make sure it is plugged in. Make sure it has fresh batteries. You want to have multiple ways to get warnings tonight. Now, tornado sirens are wonderful, but new home construction today makes these homes almost soundproof. You can't hear what's going on outdoors. So we'll have the sirens in the area should tornado warnings be issued, but you're also going to want another method, and the First Alert Weather app and the weather radio are redundant methods to be able to get warnings and weather information. Great thing about the weather app is you're going to have the hour-by-hour forecast, the interactive radar, and updates from the First Alert Weather team. I believe Spencer's working on a new video right now to post. If you still have a little time, if you have any loose items in your yard, secure them now and make sure everyone in your family knows what to do if a tornado warning is issued or a severe thunderstorm warning is issued. As a matter of fact, you always want to treat a severe thunderstorm warning as you would a tornado warning, simply because a tornado can form in a severe thunderstorm with little to no warning. So if you're treating severe thunderstorm warnings as you would a tornado warning, you're going to be in a safe place and ready for whatever may come your way. Now, I also want you to monitor our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, all of those things. We're going to have posts there. Sige Galindo is with us tonight. She is standing by and will be posting critical information there as it comes into the Action News 5 newsroom and the First Alert Weather team. Look outside right now. As I mentioned, it's tranquil, but we cannot let our guard down. I want you to make sure all of your friends, your family, your neighbors know that there is a potential for storms coming in late tonight. So You may want to give them a call, let them know. It's first alert weather day, and it looks like these storms are going to move in late tonight. Let me recap our day today because it got warm. We hit 86 degrees for a high today.
Yeah, it was very warm outside.
Yes, indeed. Well above the average of 79. 74 was the morning low, and that's more like a daytime high. 60 is the average. We have had nothing in the rain gauge. I believe there was a trace early this morning, but no significant precipitation anywhere in the Memphis area, or for that matter around the Mid-South for the most part. It is cloudy right now. It's 81, but we got an ample amount of sunshine today. We've got a south wind still in place, and look at that dew point, 72. The dew point is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere, and whenever we see those dew points right around the low 70s this time of year, that's an indication that there's some fuel for storms to feed off of. And by the way, that 81 right now, Lydian, feels like it's 85.
Ooh.
Have you been outside today at all?
I have, and I became sticky instantly.
Yeah, it is humid out there. You just feel it in the air.
Yeah.
Well, now that's that moisture that these storms are going to use to produce the rainfall, the hail, and with the cold fronts that's going to be driving it, that's going to bring about the wind effect from it. So now let's take a closer look at what is going on right now. All that green you see around the radar site, that's an inversion. That is not rainfall. We are dry in Memphis right now, but if you look well to our west, storms brewing. You look to our east, we've got storms and tornado warnings that are in effect right now for parts of northern Alabama and even in the Nashville area, just to the east of Nashville. But look at these storms that are just a little farther south right here around northern Alabama. Multiple tornado warnings near the Huntsville area. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tornado warnings right now near the Huntsville area as those storms are converging on them at this time. This is all part of a larger complex. But what we're watching, it's to the west. It's these storms that are just now beginning to move into Arkansas, coming out of Oklahoma and southern Missouri. That's going to be bearing down on us, and that's going to bring our severe weather threat as we get into the remainder of the night and overnight hours. As a matter of fact, by 9 o'clock, the rain chance only 20%, but then it jumps to 60% at 10, 70 at midnight and at 11 and midnight, and 80% at 1, 2, and 3 a.m. So this is going to go on for several hours, and it's going to come through the area when most people are sleeping. That's why I want you to have the weather radio on with the volume up. That's why I want you to have the Action News 5 First Alert weather app. I want you to get some sleep tonight. We're going to watch these storms. We're going to track them. But should warnings be issued, you'll get that audio alert on your weather radio or on your smartphone. And if you're relying just on sirens, you may not hear them if you're asleep at night. So let's make sure we all have multiple ways to get warnings tonight. And I also want you to make sure all of your mobile devices, computers, laptops, anything that needs charging is fully charged before you hit the sack tonight, because we could see power outages as well with this system as it comes on through. So let's time it out, shall we? From now until about 9, tranquil conditions. Should be rather mild, warm, muggy, even windy. Then as we get to around 10, 11 o'clock, these storms are going to start to enter northeastern Arkansas, coming into northwest Tennessee. Along the leading edge of those storms, that's where we could find the strongest winds, the gust of 60 miles per hour or more. That's where we could also find some isolated tornadoes or quick spin-ups along the line itself. And then as that line continues to progress south and east, the potential for torrential rain and large hail with this. By the way, if you have a carport or a garage, make sure your car is parked under there, because many of us could be waking up to dented vehicles by early morning, and maybe even some cracked windshields. Now, we'll pick this up at 11, march it forward to midnight. That's when I think it's going to be bearing down on the Memphis metro and areas along and north of the 40 corridor. Again, along the leading edge is where we're going to likely find the strongest winds, the greater threat for tornadoes, and the larger hail, but it could extend well behind this line, and we'll certainly see torrential rain coming into play with this as well, as it's all worked out of the atmosphere. By 1 a.m., still moving through the area, but much of it should be confined along and east of the Mississippi River into West Tennessee and into northern Mississippi. But we've still got a little ways to go. By 2 a.m., working its way south and east, looks like northeast Mississippi will be impacted into the early morning hours. As this makes its way on through, we get to around 3 a.m., we could still find some strong to severe storms right around Ripley, Corinth, maybe even around Oxford. Yes, Lafayette County, you are included in this as well. And then right around 4 a.m., this system should lift out, and that will leave behind a drier day for Thursday. But look at this, flooding could be an issue tonight. We're looking at the potential of 1 to possibly 2.5 inches of rain from Memphis south into northern Mississippi. So areas along and south of 40, be prepared for the potential for flooding in your areas. And if you're one of those folks who has to be up and at 'em in the early morning or overnight hours before the sun is up, you could encounter some flooding on your drive in to work or wherever you may be headed. So if you come to a flooded road, turn around, don't drown. We say it every time, but do not try to cross a flooded road tonight. You will, especially when it's dark. If there is flooding in the area, those roads could wash out and maybe the asphalt gone. So you don't want to be anywhere around that. Turn around, find an alternative route. So rainfall, certainly tricky. Now, here's what we're doing again, just to recap. From 8 o'clock tonight until 4 a.m. Thursday, that is our window for severe weather. More specifically in the Memphis area, from about 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. All right, so for the Memphis Metro, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Locally heavy rain. The threat is high for that. Damaging wind gusts, the threat is high for that. And we're looking at a significant threat for large hail. The tornado threat, low, but we could see some spin ups. So I want you all to stay weather aware, and that's why I tell you, get the app, get the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Go to the App Store right now, download it, put it on your smartphone or your tablet. It's free. The interactive radar, the hour-by-hour forecast. And yeah, get some sleep tonight. My voice will wake you with any warnings or even lightning coming into your area. So we want you to be safe tonight. Now look, let me share with you some good news, because it seems like it's all about doom and gloom right now, right? But once we get through tonight, we've really got some great weather coming our way, and I think you're going to love the way the rest of the week plays out. Let me get you through Thursday. So from about 6 a.m. Thursday until around 8 in the morning, dry conditions. We'll likely have clouds in the area, but those clouds will give way to sunshine as we get into the afternoon. And then right around 2 or midday, I'm looking at a partly cloudy sky over the Memphis Metro. We're going to find temperatures right around the upper range of the 70s to near 80. I'm happy about that, because we're going to be, the Action News 5 First Alert Weather Team will be at AutoZone Park tomorrow morning for the game against Norfolk. We'll be there for the pregame, bringing out the Storm Tracker. It's Education Day. We've got 30 schools from around the Mid-South coming to the game. I hope everybody's able to get there. And we're going to do a little weather demo right there on the field, drive the Storm Tracker out, so I'm looking forward to that. But it's going to be a long night tonight. I got an early start tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot of fun. As we get into the rest of the day tomorrow, I'm looking at sunshine. By 3 in the afternoon, temps right around the low to mid 80s, so a nice rebound. There could be a few clouds coming in later tomorrow evening. There's a possibility of a little disturbance that develops to our southwest, the remnants of the front that comes through tonight. That could drive a storm maybe to our south, but really I think we're just going to have clouds here and a dry pattern. And that will lead to basically a mostly cloudy start in the morning, but sunshine for the middle of the day, low 80s in the afternoon, and should be back to a mostly cloudy sky at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. but I don't anticipate rain. And taking a look at the 7-day temperature trend, we're going to get a little break from the heat too. It's been warm, it's been muggy. The average this time of year 79. We'll be just below that Friday with a high of 75. We're going to hit 77 Saturday, 79 on Sunday, and we'll be in the 70s to start next week, but I do believe we're going to see rain chances coming back into play as we get into Monday and Tuesday. In the meantime, it's all about tonight. Oh, by the way, let me show you this. What are you doing this weekend, Lydia?
I am actually going camping with my family.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really happy.
Like outdoors camping?
Yeah.
In the woods?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've not done that. I mean, my idea of roughing it is a hotel with one restaurant. So that is
that's fun too.
About as close to camping as I'm going to get. But that'll be fun. Take bug spray.
Yes. And fun fact, this was actually a rescheduled trip because of severe weather in April.
Wow.
So I'm really happy that we didn't get washed out again.
Yeah, me too. Well, you're going to have great weather for this one. It is going to get a little chilly at night with temps in the mid-50s. So bring an extra sleeping bag, I guess. I would say blanket, but you're going to be outside. So the weekend's looking good. But just to recap for tonight, we have an enhanced risk for virtually the entire Mid-South. But just moments ago, Storm Prediction Center now adding Dyer County and Crockett County to that moderate risk area. That's a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the greatest threat. So the rest of the Mid-South, a level 3, but at the same time, severe weather will be possible anywhere in the Action News 5 coverage area tonight. Again, the timing from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., that's the time this storm system will be moving through the area. We'll have heavy rain, the potential for damaging wind, large hail, and tornadoes. All the ingredients are there, so we're going to be watching it very closely. Myself, Spencer Denton, Sergey Galindo, we're here tonight. We're going to ride this through and stick with it. We'll be bringing you updates throughout the night if we're not going live wall to wall, but you can also count on updates here on our Facebook page, our YouTube feed, and our other digital platforms. And by the way, I do want to encourage you to download the Action News 5 news app. If you are on Apple TV, Roku, or an Amazon Fire Stick, if you have one of those and you don't have the Action News 5 weather or the Action News 5 app, go to the App Store there, download it. You can watch our newscast, and you can even see our live weather coverage should we end up doing any of that before the night is over, which I do believe we will. And of course, you can watch our live coverage on the Action News 5 news app, which you can download to your tablet or smartphone, and the Action News 5 First Alert weather app. Bria Boland's also in the storm tracker tonight. I think she's up in Ripley. She's going to get in ahead of these storms and then ride them down as they come on through the area. So she'll be bringing us updates through the evening and overnight tonight as well. But in the meantime, I want you to stay safe, stay home. If you have plans to go out tonight, stay home. And just stay weather aware. Make sure you have that weather radio on. Make sure you have the First Alert weather app. And we will keep you safe, tracking those storms, and keep you informed. So that's what we have for you tonight. Lydia, before we go, do we have any questions? I can't answer all the questions on Facebook. And by the way, if you're watching us on Facebook, drop them in the comments section. But I can't answer what time is it going to rain at my house. All right? I just want to answer anything that may be more critical, or anything that may be related to types of weather, what have you. Just know storms will enter northeastern Arkansas right around 8, 9 o'clock. It's going to get in the Memphis metro by 11 o'clock. It's going to be moving through northern Mississippi from about 1 to around 3 to 4 a.m. And every county in the Action News 5 coverage area will be impacted by this system as it moves through. So no matter where you are in the Mid-South, storms are going to move through tonight, bringing the threat for heavy rain, damaging wind, large hail, and tornadoes. With that said, what do you got? Anything?
So Sandra wants to know, she says, I wish meteorologists would start a program where they go to people's houses and show the best place to seek shelter. Can you explain the best places to seek shelter in a house full of windows and glass and doors?
Great question. And as a matter of fact, Let me jump on my computer here because I want to see. I've got a graphic in here that will show you tornado, the best place to be. What you want to do ultimately is put as many walls between yourself and a tornado as possible. All right, the center of your home, the lowest floor, away from exterior windows and doors. You want to be in a safe, secure area. Oftentimes, a bathroom located in the center of the home, great place to be. But if your bathroom is backed up to an exterior wall, not a great place to be. Let me do
While
this
you're doing
quickly.
That, I just want to share with everybody, if you have photos and videos you would like to share with us, there is a page on our website. It's at the top of the menu where you can send your photos and videos to share with us, and we appreciate that just to see what everybody's dealing with. But yeah.
Yeah, and also if you have the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app, you can also upload photos there. You'll see, you can scroll down to the bottom,
Yes.
and there's an area where you can submit photos. And unfortunately, I can't bring this up here. I don't know why. Let me see.
And I also want to mention you can send photos through our apps. I mean, obviously the weather app, but you can do it through the news app as well.
Okay, so I don't have it here on this system, but I do want you to know there are also multiple communities opening up storm shelters tonight. Arlington has a storm shelter. DeSoto County has storm shelters. Dyersburg has amazing storm shelters up there. So there are multiple storm shelters in and around the area. Hopefully you know where they are in your community. Look, if you're in a mobile home, you may want to call up friends and say, hey, can I come and hang with you tonight, spend the night? You'll be in, tell them I'll leave early, promise. But you want to be somewhere safe tonight, all right? But again, always make sure in your home, lowest floor, away from exterior walls and windows, the center location on in your home. If you live in an apartment, and you're on the second or your third floor, take a minute and go knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, we've got severe weather coming tonight. Can we hang out here for a little while should tornado warnings be issued? I know it's a little awkward, but this is all about keeping everybody safe. So I want you all to be safe tonight. Any other questions?
We've got a lot of comments, so we may have to go through them later, but Nothing sticks out to me.
Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to have Sergey Galindo go through in just a little bit and go through all the comments. So if you're on Facebook and you're watching, I'll have Sergey go through and answer your questions, so be on the lookout for that. And again, check back on our mobile feeds and our social media feeds often tonight. We're going to be posting information throughout the night, and once these storms get fired up, of course, we'll be updating everything on the web, on the First Alert Weather app. And hopefully, well, we won't have to see you and interrupt your programming on TV, but if we do, we will. So stay safe tonight. We're going to be watching and tracking until these storms exit the area. Long night for the weather team, but that's what we do, and we do it to keep you safe and informed. So have a good night tonight. Don't worry, we'll get through this. We'll guide you through it, and we'll keep you safe. As long as you know what to do, you have the ways to get the warnings, you have the app, and you know where the safest place is in your home. Do it. Make sure everybody in your family does as well. Lydian, thank you so much for doing this tonight. I know it was an extra busy day for you, and it takes a little time to get all of this going. One of these days I'll learn how to do this, I promise. But in the meantime, it's always great to have you by my side,
you,
and sourcing that video today too. Some absolutely amazing stuff. If people want to see those videos, are they on our website?
I actually found them right before our stream, so I will post them
Okay.
as well as like a description so you can learn more about the video as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You guys stay safe, stay informed, and stay with Action News 5. I'm Ron Childers for Lydian Coombs. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching.